Well, good morning. First morning here. Trying to be real quiet because everybody's kind of asleep still. It's about 6:50, and it is just gorgeous. Best view ever. Well, at least I can remember. But I'm gonna take us on a walk. I'm trying to be quiet. There's some people doing stuff on their balconies. But here's the room. Kelly's gonna get about a 31-minute cat nap in here. I'm gonna run around real quick so I get videos before everybody gets crowded out here. I don't think it's that crowded actually though. Going out the front door. It's crazy. So it actually goes up. I guess I could walk a few ways. Well, it's kind of the same up there. Excuse me, still vaping. Not drinking, but vaping. So like it goes up there, and you get up around the corner, and there's a bend, and it goes up to another level. Let's go down to the main area over here. Gosh, it's got to be, I would guess, 70 right now. Really thick humidity as you could cut a knife. And up here on the right over here, that's where Casey's staying with Jamie. Got a really nice place. They got a kitchen. Got a weird upper stairs that if you go up, and you can see that little railing up there, that actually leads to an upper stairwell. That's all it is. Leads to the next road above. As you can see, the hills are pretty steep here. Really cool. Got some flowers over here. Well kept grounds. We were out here last night, had a great meal. Buffet style. All inclusive. If you didn't pay for the all inclusive, it would have been incredibly expensive. Oh. Gonna grab Kelly, come down here and get breakfast in a little bit. Here's the main area over here. That's the entryway where you're registering all that front desk. Over here ahead of us is the little local store. Has things like bug spray, which is not needed so far. I gotta do a run at night too because this is all lit up with lights. Really beautiful. Probably do that tonight. Gonna go to the grocery store here in a minute. Get some groceries. I'm gonna pick up some non-alcoholic beer so I can feel like I'm having a beer out here, which would be nice. I'm really glad I'm feeling so good right now. I probably got 6 hours sleep, not too bad. But too excited to lay in bed anymore. We'll be eating breakfast here in a minute. Probably get lost. Oh, getting ready for breakfast. 9 o'clock, I'm going to walk down here and reserve one of these. You can actually reserve one every day of the stay, but you got to be there by 10 o'clock in the morning. Or I think it's maybe 11 o'clock in the morning. I think you have to be there by 11 o'clock in the morning or you forfeit. It's a beautiful bay. Beautiful bay. So I'm going to switch hands. I'm getting tired of that one. Hope it's not too bouncy. But then up here on the right, I'm not sure if those are them, but it's not those. I think it is those. Those are actual full like houses you can rent, like Airbnb thing. But they're probably not cheap because this is not an inexpensive place to stay. So far, amazing. I'm really enjoying it. The drive-in's kind of wild. I mean, you get to see some nice houses around the airport. There's some new construction, nice houses, but in between here and there, there's some people in some pretty bad spots. But it's not too bad a place to be in a bad spot. To basically have coconuts hanging on the trees and bananas growing wild. You could pretty much live out here without anything. It seems like. I'll go around. I've not been over here yet, so we're gonna see. And then when they walk back and have to cut this thing up a ton, it's gonna be long. There's one of the bars out here, which does not have alcoholic beer, not non-alcoholic beer. I've been laughed at by 2 different bartenders so far. Oh, I don't know if you noticed over there that there's a hammock in the water. That's pretty cool. I think I've seen that before. Supposedly over here is a great view of the sunset. We're on the west side, so we don't get to see the sunrise. But we actually probably, where we're at, we're on kind of a peninsula. And I believe if we drove maybe 2 to 3 miles to the east, we could see the sunrise. I don't know what I'm doing over here. Probably not going very far. Trying to do a little trespassing. Wow. The water is just crystal clear. And depending on the time of day, it is super blue. And I'm on the ground, so let's see how far we can go. I guess we'll walk around the other way. I don't know how far I want to go. Oh, it's too great. Gotta keep going. Wow. So Volcanic Island, has been active since 17, gosh, I'm gonna get it wrong, 76, I think. Then, quite the history. They have they started out with, oh golly, I forgot the name of them, the Awaki, something like that. It starts with an A. But they were here 1500 BC, they think. Found some evidence of it. I read all this on the way here because it's a long drive, about an hour and a half. They started out here, lived here forever. And then Caribs, they call them, which is basically people of the Caribbean, which they believe came from northeastern South America, Colombia area kind of thing. They kind of They pollinated. They colonized the islands out here. Then boy, I'm gonna get this wrong too. Starts with a K. Coluni. I'm just get it wrong. Look at that. Wow. Not falling down that. Wow. I'm almost right back the other way. They came in and supposedly were pretty peaceful traders. I'm sure it wasn't too peaceful taking over. And they took over and had it till, I think, 1600. Or maybe it's 1400. Somewhere around that area. Not 200 year spread. But around that time, the Spanish showed up. And at first it was peaceful trading. And then the Spanish decided they want to put a little settlement down. And eventually that turned sour. And they got run off. Then the French came. I think it's the French first. Okay, it could be Wikipedia. I'm just kind of getting a synopsis of what I remember. But then the French or English, can't remember which was first came. And they again did the same thing. Had a little settlement. And eventually the locals got tired of it. And I'm sure there was abuse going around on both sides probably. Then they had a little squabble. And I believe, I'm going to skip some of that. I believe they drove off, if I remember right. Somewhere down the road, they finally come back and kind of take over the island. And then the French come and take over the island. And the English come back and take the island back. And then the French come and take the island back. At one point, the French only had 14, let's go there. At one point, the French only had 14 soldiers defending the island. And I think in the story, Please read the Wikipedia. But this is just kind of a fun story while I'm walking this. I think that is the point in the story where... Heck, let's walk up here. I think that's the point in the story that the English like, well, let's have some fun. So they showed up with, I think, 1,000 men and 500 extras on 5 warships. And no, that was later. The French showed up and drove off the 14 men, but later the French came and drove off the English again. And then the French put a pretty good settlement up, fort and all that stuff. And the English, that's when they came with 1,000 men and 500 extras. I can't remember what they were. And decided, this is ours. And so they took it. Later down the road, of all things, the English in a treaty signed St. Lucia over and some other stuff. I can't remember what it was. Signed it over and just a treaty. No war, just a treaty. Let me switch hands again. Just gave it away, basically, to the French. And that's about the time the Minister Napoleon... oh, skipping a part. In 1767 or 6, somewhere around there, basically the English had imported a whole bunch of African slaves over here to work in the sugar fields. And it was a pretty big sugar supply, and I believe banana trade, which still to today it is. Tons of banana trees out here. And so the slaves got a little rowdy and had a little rebellion, as they should, and their treatment was not very good. And it gets hot here in the afternoon. I couldn't imagine working in these conditions, this humidity to the bone. And so they rose up, and there was constant fighting. And then in, I believe, around 1770, somewhere around there, Wikipedia, somewhere around there, they finally stopped fighting each other and decided to sign a treaty upon the request that the slavery does not continue. And we will, the people that, I don't know if they lost or won, I don't remember that part, but the slaves that rebelled, as long as they were allowed to never return to slavery, which lasted a good 25 years or so, then that's when the French, the English just gave away basically this territory to the French. I don't know where I'm going. They gave this territory back to the French, and Napoleon Bonaparte, a year after they took it back over, reinstated slavery, sadly. So that continued for a long time. And I didn't read in the Wikipedia where that changed back. Oh yeah, there is a point. I just don't remember when it was. It was like 1800, I think it is. Good morning. Just making a little video for memory. I'll go this way. At that point, though. Morning. How you doing? Good, man. Making a video for the memory. Yeah, Here's the lower bar. It's pretty cool. This is on that eatery. There's 7 restaurants on site. Pretty cool. But anyway, back to the story. So, where was I? Bonaparte. So yeah, so that continued for a while, and I can't remember when it was actually totally abolished. And then the English took it back over from the French. And then once they took it back over, it was English from then on. And then I can't remember the year, but eventually it turned into their own state. And I believe it's a conglomeration of islands. I don't know where I'm going, but we'll go this way and see if I get somewhere. So they turned their own government system, and that's where they've been ever since. I don't think I can get up here, but I can see our balcony over here. They turned into their own state, their own run government. And that's where they are now. I think the census was, what was it? 83% black, 27%. The rest of the 27% are listed as mixed, so I don't know what it is. I would guess all peoples, which is interesting. But everybody here is, like you just saw a minute ago, incredibly kind. Airport's interesting. I'll tell you that once you get off the airport, once you get off that plane, you basically have about, let's go over here and sit over here. Once you get off that, so our balcony's right up there. Once you get off that plane, hopefully you don't have two planes land at once, because we had both. There's basically two big airplane spots, it sounds like, American and Delta, and they're 3x2s, and they dropped off at the same time. It took us hour and 15. It felt like it's a line. I could be totally wrong. I was really excited to get here, but they you went through a long line to get through just their customs and what do you call it, intake, I guess. And it, it wasn't hard. It was just a long line, lots of people, lots of excited people. Pretty warm. Inside it wasn't too bad, but on that tarmac it was actually pretty warm. But out of that, and once you leave there, once you leave the customs intake area, I'm gonna stop here and turn around. This is where you get all the fun stuff. But once you leave the customs intake area, there's a bunch of porters, I guess you want to call them. The water's so clear. Can't wait to see it turn blue when the sun comes out. Once you leave the customs intake area, we were warned about this. There's a bunch of guys with what do you call dollies, and they're I guess pushy would be the word. We pulled up. Me and Kelly were waiting on the wraps and the Jatsiks to finish going through customs, and I was walking up to Kelly, and the guy had already gotten Kelly and trying to take her bag and saying the name of this place, being one of the very resorts that are really nice on this island. And Kelly had said yes, and says, "Oh, that's where I'm taking you." And I walked up and I said, "No, sir, we don't need it. We're good." And then he was very adamant that he was going to help us move our bags to the car. Well, the car is literally 15 feet from where we're standing is the door. Another 15 feet from there is the desk where we actually go and get our ride. And then 15 feet from there is actually where you had dropped your bags off, which we had roller bags. So we had absolutely no need. And there had to be 10 to 15 of those guys trying to make a buck. Don't blame them. Just trying to make a buck. Make sure this is filming. I'd be really mad if we're not. Yeah, we're going. From what I was told, they will walk your bags all of 20-25 feet and hold their hand out for a large tip. Which, hey, it's tough out here. It's not, the people, a lot of localers look like it's a pretty tough time. But they do have, saw KFC. Really small island. But anyway, so got on the van, and they're not kidding. It was like an hour and I'll go this way, it's faster. It took an hour and 30 to get here. I'm not sure the fastest way, but probably the best way because traffic's pretty crazy. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's not the worst I've seen at all. I didn't see any speed limit signs, but it doesn't matter because you can't go that fast. Or you're going off the side of a cliff, or you're running into somebody else. But it was a great ride. Got here, got in. Had to have a nice fruit punch at the front desk. It's nice. If you drink alcohol, they do have it's alcohol normally. I had none, and it was very good. Oh, gotta say, this what's it? Cocktail mocktails. So the mocktails are new to me, and the ones they have here, oh my goodness! Don't get me wrong, they're super sugary. I'm gonna be quiet as I walk through here. Don't want to bug anybody. Look dumb enough as it is. That's Kelly. It's hard for me to be quiet anywhere anyway. But, yeah, it's beautiful. I don't know where to go next. Huh. Probably. Well, I guess I can go over here real quick. Everybody still sleeps, so I'm gonna be a while. I don't know. I'm gonna go to the grocery here in a minute. Everybody has no idea what this camera is. It's hilarious. I had it on dinner last night for a minute, and I left it on the table because I was deliriously tired after, I think it's 15 hours end to end. Woke up at 2 a.m. to get out here. Not complaining, it wasn't hard at all. Just tired, and left this camera on the desk or the table. And the lady said, "Sir, you left your phone." That's fine, because I wouldn't know what this was if I didn't know what it was. If I didn't buy it. I'm gonna walk up. Oh, good. These heels are fun. This coat, so the heels. I'm looking forward to getting back and getting an espresso, because they have a pretty crazy espresso machine. It's nothing fancy, but it's doggone good. There's the swing sets I'm gonna be playing on here in a minute. Hopefully, if Kelly lets me. Oh, be glad you're watching a video. This is a pretty steep hill. I love the accent here. I think that's it for this. I don't want to go any further. That's the entrance down there. And down there, well, you know what? This probably goes back a better way for me. Got to be careful of all the mountain drainage ditches. Whew. So these are going this way. What's it talking about? Oh, airport. Yeah. Oh, but on the way back, that was kind of rough intro to St. Lucia, to seeing how hard a time some of the people here are having it. And then here you are in opulence. That's, kind of the only bummer. But you kind of have that everywhere. People in hard times, people in good times. People in middle times. Alright. I think I've had enough exercise for today, because I am out of shape. I need to get back in the gym. Started to. When I get back, I plan on doing a lot more. Like I said, there's 7 restaurants. And for the most part, as you can see these vans back there, they take you everywhere. Like, even from there to where I'm walking to our home base, they'll just come get you and take you. You press 0, say, "Come get me." They take you to another one, or they take you to a restaurant, take you down to that place we just walked. It's a pretty huge place. We only saw probably a quarter of it down here, and that's just along the beachfront. Then there's goes all the way back up in there, and yeah, those are the homes. Sorry, I'm turning us around. I'm not supposed to do this with this camera, but those are the homes you can rent. I have no idea the cost. There's the fire hose. Means I'm close. 2, 3, 2. Nope. One more. I think. Yeah, this is it. Oh man. Pull down there. Casey has to pull. I guess I'll show this real quick. I'm probably not doing this again. We'll do it at night, but not to this level. All right. Yeah, lots of steps. Lots of steps. Lots of steps. Hope Casey doesn't shoot me. Sitting on his front porch. Got a great set of friends, tell you that. Got 2 great set of friends. Very lucky man. Lucky to be alive right now. Okay. So I'll be quiet here because they're probably still asleep. But they got their own darn pool. Isn't that crazy? Oh, no diving. Okay. Shape butt's going back down. and I'm gonna go make my first espresso today, of which that's kind of my drink. Oh. I like me some caffeine, well, coffee. Not an energy drink guy. My tummy and my heart did not really like that. Hammy and over the hedge. And get enough caffeine, I'm okay. You give me a monster, and it's over. Okay, there's a whole family down the hill for breakfast. I'm gonna go gather up Kelly, get a coffee, take a shower, and then breakfast, superstore, then beach. It's gonna be nice. I think this is it. This is it. And they gave us the nifty bands. That's our key card, which is kind of nice. They're doing that these days. And here we are. Alright. Okay. Well, that's the end of the tour. Hope you all enjoyed. And I'm going to be making more videos. Bye. I'm filming on the beach. I'm filming on the beach. There is a little beach. And I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm walking around.
That's why I asked how long would be on the boat, because I didn't want to be on the boat for 3 or 5 hours. Right. I ain't gonna lie. This pizza, this is good.
You got to get out early to get that hammock. I saw it earlier. Boy, this water's nice. Wow. Perfect temperature. Ooh, that kind of burns the psoriasis.
Swim over there. I'm a commoner like you guys.
I'm a pirate. I'm a pirate.
No, he's gonna tell him that he's a commoner like them, so he can jump off the cliff. He's like, my friend told me I'm a commoner just like you.
That's a reference to Kelly earlier. She made a foot and mouth comment.
I can jump these cliffs. I'm one of you.
I'm just getting some more recordings and 360 sound off.
Oh my goodness.
Hopefully there's no sound.
Yes,
Ryan,
there
don't
is.
put me in your videos.
Oh, you're right in the crease, so you're good.
Zero.
Right in the crease.
Ryan, quit
You're
it.
right in the crack of the
Right in the crease.
0.
Better.
Ryan,
Yeah!
no videos.
Yeah! Memories. I mean, memories.
Nah.
How does that do at full 360 with them?
Those cameras.
Lenses aren't all the way around.
Does it? I'll just stand here like a Statue of Liberty for a while. That wouldn't scare somebody.
Put it on top of Casey's head. I'll go swimming. Is that thing waterproof?
No.
No.
Sadly.
I can't wait till we see Ryan in the volcano.
Like in it? In it?
No, the mud.
Oh, the mud. Well, as long as you don't drop your baby
Cover,
roots
like,
in there.
everything.
Huh?
How awesome would you feel if you came
He's
out
gonna not
with
even
no
wear a
size?
bathing suit.
I'm healed.